What if you were in the middle of a storm and you knew Jesus was with you, but nothing seemed to be getting better? Maybe that's exactly where you are today. You're praying, but the answer hasn't come. You're trying to stay strong, but deep inside you're exhausted. You look at your circumstances and wonder, God, where are you? The disciples experienced something very similar. They were crossing the sea when a powerful storm suddenly appeared. The waves crashed against the boat, the water began filling it, and the situation became so dangerous that they thought they were going to die. And Jesus was right there with them, but he was sleeping. And maybe that's the hardest part of this story. Jesus was there, but it looked like he wasn't doing anything. How many times have we felt the same way? We know God is real, we know he's with us. But when the storm comes, it can feel like heaven has gone silent. The disciples finally woke Jesus and asked him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Think about that question. They weren't only afraid of the storm, they were beginning to wonder if Jesus even cared about them. And maybe you've asked the same question. God, don't you see what I'm going through? Why aren't you doing something? Then Jesus stood up, spoke to the wind and the waves, and commanded the storm to be still. And immediately everything became calm. But there's something deeper here than a miracle over nature. Jesus wasn't only showing his power over the storm, he was teaching his disciples that God's presence doesn't disappear when life becomes difficult. The storm didn't mean Jesus had abandoned the boat, and your storm doesn't mean God has abandoned you. Maybe you're facing problems in your family. Maybe you're struggling financially. Maybe you're worried about your future. Maybe there's something happening in your life that feels completely impossible to fix. But don't confuse God's silence with God's absence. Jesus was in the boat the entire time. And maybe today he's not asking you to understand the storm. Maybe he's teaching you to trust him while you're in it. Because faith isn't tested when everything is peaceful. Faith is tested when the waves begin to rise and we still choose to trust God. So if your life feels like a storm today, don't give up. Keep praying, keep trusting, keep walking forward. You may not know when the storm will end, but you can know who is with you in the boat. And when Jesus is with you, the storm never gets the final word. If this message encouraged you today, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who is going through a storm and needs to remember that Jesus is still in the boat. May God bless you.
This is what I like to see. Prayer is the first step in getting the mind and the heart right. It's why you see me go to it so often. So teach us to pray like you do, please. When we pray, we want to be sure to first start with acknowledging our Father in heaven.